finally happening, guys. I'm finally installing the interchiller. Yesterday, I got the R134YF, I think is the AC refrigerant code. Finally got that removed yesterday. So now today, we're moving on. If you guys haven't watched the other video, I have a video kind of where I pulled everything out and just talked about everything. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. I knew nothing about AC systems. This is going to be an adventure for me and for y'all, especially because I haven't seen a video like this on YouTube yet. So I already went ahead and removed the wheels, got the front bumper off. So what I believe I'm going to do is I got to remove the coolant from the factory heat exchanger, because we completely removed the factory heat exchanger. It's no longer useful to us, and it's being replaced by an AC condenser. That AC condenser is specifically just for the interchiller. To cool the refrigerant in the interchiller, because obviously the heat exchanger, that's just going to heat up the fluid, because the interchiller is going to make it so cold. So I got to basically drain the coolant system for the intake manifold. This, I'm sure some of you guys are going to ask about this. This is a duct that I kind of fabbed up, kind of not fabbed up. So this was originally a Velossa duct, you see right here, and then went up through here. But Velossa, their intake stops like right here, or just pushes air, and then it's kind of like, hey, air just go this way. It doesn't really work that well. I have a video, I'll put that up here, of me creating this and testing it versus the Velossa duct one, to show how much better this one is. So right now, I'm kind of just removing stuff that I know is going to be in the way. I'm not really too sure how to do any of this. There is oh gosh, I'm about to fall. There's a lot of fittings here, a lot of electrical stuff. And then this stuff's super specific. So we got some block offs, some adapters. I kind of have this mocked up at the moment. I think this is right. So right here, this is for the coolant to come in and then coolant to go out. This is the transfer valve. This is the coil. So then this coil is going to get wrapped on I believe, this piece. And then this is to go out. I do have it pulled up over here. All right, so kind of how it's going to go. These are the coolant lines. And then this is the transfer, and then that's the other line I just added that the coil is going to go on to, where it's going to tee into the compressor, and then where it comes out, primary goes to the switch, which goes to the cabin, and then this is a dryer to where when you flip it, or the switch, I guess, I don't know, to where when you flip the switch, it goes through the dryer into the heat exchanger, or the interchiller. I think I'm gonna have to take this headlight off. I did take this off, but I think I'm gonna have to take this headlight off, because this is how I have it at the moment. So this was from the cooler that I had done, but to mount the interchiller in here, I had to grind out all of this. So I kind of sanded it down where it was touching. It's not going all the way down here. I'm not too worried about that, but along here, I already pre-sanded it, smoothed it out so it fits nicely, so it goes snug in there. I'm gonna go ahead and drain the heat exchanger, pull it out, see if I can put in the new one over there, the new AC condenser, see if I can put that in its place. However, I'm not sure how that's going to mount, because obviously that's a lot smaller than this. But I do have some brackets somewhere. I got brackets like right there. I removed all of this, that way I could access the reservoir there for the coolant and the radiator, because I need to get access to this bad boy. So right here, basically is all my AC unit things, stuff and things. Shops, or not my shop, my garage is a mess. Where is it? All right, so there is, right here. So like there is some BMW Supra specific things in these bags. So I have to remove pieces on that to put those in. What is interesting to see is this went to one of the reservoirs, and it goes in to your AC condenser there. I do have the heat exchanger removed. It's over there now. My AC system is officially opened. I did disconnect this guy right there was connected to the condenser right there. I'm not sure if I'm going to utilize this anymore, but I do disconnect this from the condenser, and then I pull it out.
Good morning. It's a new day. Last night I got in contact with FIinterchillers and I got some more info, because yesterday I had no idea what I was doing. Today I still have no idea what I'm doing, but I have a little bit more knowledge. This isn't supposed to be out. That's embarrassing. I put all the tools up yesterday. So yesterday, or where I left off yesterday, was AC lines are removed, and I figured out where to put some of the fittings now. Obviously, this whole reservoir is out. Coming down here, nothing's really different. This morning, I'm taking out this guy because you are deleting one of your radiators. Because right here is where the reservoir eventually is going to go. They don't have it completely done yet. So this does get deleted. And that completely answers my question of what is this big dude for? That one. It deletes that. And then I got a couple other little fittings we're going to delete here and there. Did also rough mount my AC condenser. It's not completely mounted. Just has a little bit of room there, which is good. I have it all mocked up to where it's going to sit. Sits up top, not so much on the bottom. You just have to remove that shield so you can sit in these little tabs here. My freaking Milwaukee vroom vroom, this dude is like cooked. It's not working anymore, which sucks. So I'm gonna have to go to Home Depot, get another one because these tabs are way too long on both sides. Maybe I can trim those off, make it fit a little better. Made a little bit of progress here and I'm kind of at a standstill again. I already removed this radiator and this is the bypass clean. All that stuff's right there. With doing that, it makes me want to upgrade my other radiator, just because now I'm missing, well, I guess I could do this one too, but because I'm obviously missing one cooler. And then my next thing that I'm super confused on, the actual AC lines themselves, the way they have it set up is basically this guy. I want to say this, I don't know what pressure this one is, but this guy used to be attached to here, and then we insert this block into here because this is going to feed the interchiller. And then this guy goes on where this used to be connected right here, and then this will feed the interchiller. However, I can't even get it on all the way because then, gosh, it's not focusing where I want it to focus. Focus right there. Okay, I guess that worked. Like this ain't gonna work. It's touching, like these two are touching each other. So I don't know if this is in the wrong spot because the G80 system is a little different than mine. But yeah, I put this one in here because we are no longer supplying coolant in the condenser, compressor, all that stuff. So I have this mocked up to where it's gonna sit. I know people are gonna ask about clearance behind the front bumper here. You see, that is the clearance. This is the one where coolant's gonna come in, that's AC. There is clearance, it's gonna be tight. And if you come to this side, don't know how maybe you'll get much room in here. Right there, that silver fitting has a lot of room actually, to where it's about right here. But it has plenty of room to get a hose on there. And then this is where the coolant's gonna come out. Obviously there's a ton of room right there. Clearance wise, I'll be good. Gotta make a minor adjustment to this one. And AC condenser, we'll get to that. Been maybe an hour since the last update. I flipped this. So then this will go to the dryer. And then this goes to the interchiller, or the reservoir here. I haven't mounted this fully yet. I'm trying to make sure everything's where it needs to be before I go start cutting hoses. Everything fits as you see. Clearance there, clearance here. I cut out these because once I route this hose, it's gonna go through here. And I think I'm gonna route it through here and then come under the coil and then kind of go that way instead of trying to like fish it through there. I got majority of the AC lines routed. So that's the dryer. It goes into the transfer, comes out of here, goes into the AC condenser down there. I also have it teed off where it goes into the solenoid here. The solenoid's mounted. It is the next day again. Still working on it. Made some really good progress yesterday. I mean, I mounted half the kit. There's just a couple little things. I did end up getting all of this to work. I was able to bend the bracket just a little, or not the bracket, the AC line just a little bit. So it pulled it out of the way of hitting this. So now all that's good. I just need some new attachments for it because it was supposed to be like a double straight, but the double straight didn't work as they intended. Because this one is at such an angle, as you see, it's like way up here, but then the attachment's down here. So I'm talking to him about it, and we came to the solution a 90 would probably be best, so I could just like come off and 90 up. And then so this guy right here, it's also touching this line here.
Honestly, it probably could work because I can move this since I disconnected it from this bracket here. This probably could work. I could actually talk to them about that today. But so AC system's just about good. I just need some more lines, some more of these things, and probably like another 90-degree fitting. I'm gonna get a list for them. Today I'm gonna tackle finishing this up. I would like to fully mount that. Just want to get that out of the way. Just trying to come up with a way to simplify this because like I would love to delete that. The only thing I'm using it for was an outlet there, and I deleted that, and I don't need that. It's going into a separate reservoir that we're going to be putting right here. So deleting that is going to free up water flow or coolant flow, whatever you want to call it. So I was trying to figure out a way to ease up the rest of it. However, the rest of it I kind of need, just because the factory pump does Y and it goes to multiple areas. I'm going to make this into like a kind of a series because I'm at the point now where we've changed some things and we've noticed some more things because I am like the second or third Supra that has gotten this kit. And just through my installation and me actually talking to them, we're changing some stuff. All right, so this is how it goes. Confusing, so pay attention. So we got the pump. Pump pumps out hot to the front mount. Front mount is now cold fluid. Cold fluid goes into the AC. There's another one that strings off and goes into the manifold. So now the manifold's getting cold. So now we're done with the cold stuff. Hot comes out of the manifold into this, straight into the pump where it's met with a Y with fluid come out of the res and the AC. Now the AC, and now the pump sucked up hot, and now it pumps hot into the front mount. It's kind of confusing. So, coming to real life here. This is how it's mocked up right now. All right, so we're gonna start the interchiller here. So this is the cold side. It's gonna come out cold, go through here, come up. I ran out of hose, which is fantastic because it only needs to go from here to there. So I just need a little bit more hose. Then it's gonna go through the manifold. It's gonna come back out the manifold. This is the hot side. That goes directly into the water coolant heat exchanger pump where this guy is also meeting. So this used to come out of the AC condenser, but we are deleting the AC condenser coolant section. So now we have the coolant and the heat exchanger reservoir coming out, and it's gonna go into the pump as well. Not sure how that's gonna work because it's pooling, but there's no fluid being introduced into this like there was before. So I'm not sure how that's working. So then it's gonna get sucked up by the pump, and then the pump is going to supply down here, where it's pushing out. It's gonna push out to here, where then it would go into here. However, we are gonna be running the aftermarket pump and hopefully a reservoir. However, the reservoir they have is made for a G80, not the Supra. So not sure if it's gonna fit. So that's kind of the issue, to where then down there would supply to the reservoir. That reservoir supplies to the pump. That pump supplies to this. However, again, we would like to delete the factory pump because this pump that I have over here is going to majorly outflow the factory pump. So we want to delete the factory pump, which would be great, ideally, but it all comes down to if this reservoir is gonna fit or not. Plus we run into the issue of I won't have a reservoir because we would be deleting this. We would come off of the hot side here of the intake manifold, and then that would flow down straight into the pump and then straight into the interchiller, and I'd have no reservoir. So that's where I'm gonna end this video. This video is gonna turn into like a series sort of thing because now I'm kind of waiting on parts. It is much darker. I totally forgot to film an outro. I am gonna be waiting on parts, a 90 degrees, some more of this line, a couple more of these fittings. I did order the reservoir, the G80 reservoir, so we're gonna see if that fits. Hopefully that fits. And we came to the conclusion we are completely deleting the factory heat exchanger pump, just because this new pump is far superior to the factory pump, and honestly, it'd probably become a chokehold or a choke spot, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, that's where I'm in the video. See you guys for part 2.